Oh, hello, hello, hello. Welcome to the Pohl Position.
Music.
Hold on a minute. I like this song. Why are you such in a rush to get rid of cool things like the... You know, one of these episodes, I may just play the whole song, the extended 22-minute version. Wait a minute. See, Bobblehead Jack loves it. All right. Hello and welcome to the Pohl Position, where we have a better camera angle this way. Look at that, huh? And Josh, operations manager Josh.
Let there be light.
Let there be light. He is also joining me. Hello, Josh. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Good to have you on the show. He is the polar opposite, is what we like to call Josh, also the station manager here at WDTN Channel 2. I always want to start by telling people that we want to hear from you on the Pohl Position. Whatever you want to talk about, what are your thoughts? You don't need to go after a subject that we're talking about. If there's something on your mind around the Miami Valley, around the world for that matter, drop me a line at pollposition@WDTN.com. If you haven't figured it out, we like to keep things a little on the lighter side. There's enough hate stuff out there. We don't need to get into that, or at least not the serious kind of hate, that is for sure. This is episode 4 of the Pohl Position. Can you believe it? Episode 4 is always the best. Episode 4 in Star Wars, huh?
Never seen it.
You didn't see episode 4 of Star Wars. Yeah,
No.
Boo is right from the peanut gallery.
No.
That's impossible.
No, it's possible.
No, that's impossible. You've never seen Star Wars episode, the one that started it all? You know, it didn't start with part 1.
Is that where they kill Luke Skywalker?
No, Luke does. No, it's not that one. It's not. It's actually the best one. Oh wait,
And I have a special guest here today.
We see that.
It's Jack without a beard.
Hey, we need a new updated bobblehead or someone very artistic that can put a beard on that thing. Because I've had my beard for over a year now.
Right.
And since I moved from sports to news, I've only had a beard.
I can't picture you without a beard.
That's what my kids say this. I always say, man, should I? Well, I can't shave it now because we did all those promotion pictures and all those promos, and all of a sudden I look different on the air. I'm not doing that because I'm not reshooting all that stuff. But anyway, that was number 4 in the Star Wars saga. And so this is our 4th in the Pohl Position saga.
So do we have cool words flying up, like in a galaxy far, far away, blah, 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 blah. Jack and Josh get in a rowboat or something.
Yeah, we don't get in a rowboat. Okay, you and I are not getting in a rowboat. Not now, not in the future, not if we get in a time machine, not in the past. It's never going to happen.
What if we're
you
on
understand
a boat
that?
and it's
You
sinking?
understand what I'm telling you?
What if we're on a boat and it's sinking?
You know, we do have a topic to get to at some point.
Go
You're
ahead.
talking about us being in a rowboat.
It could happen.
It couldn't. I'm telling you, no. There's not if the whole world flooded again.
Like Noah's Ark.
Noah's Ark, yes.
Yeah.
And Noah was coming by, and he said, hey, guys, here's a rowboat. Why don't you meet us over, when the whole flood thing's... No, I'm not doing it with you. I'll say drop us 2, because Noah is big into 2 of everything.
Correct.
Including
Correct.
rowboats. All right. Okay, well...
I'm glad we got that straight.
Yeah. By the way, saga is one of those words that the more you say it, it doesn't even sound like a word. Saga.
Or
saga.
I thought it was Sega.
No, Sega. Sega was the game. No, but Saga, the Star Wars saga.
I love Sega.
You know, there was a rock band or a pop band maybe in the 1980s called Saga. They had a song, On the Loose. They were a one-hit wonder.
Oh, I love Toto down in Africa.
Okay.
We could do top 10 songs.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, I can. Are you kidding? You and I wouldn't even have heard of 9 of yours, although I have heard of that one. So if that was on your list, I mean.
Nah, probably not.
Yeah, I wouldn't think it would be. Yours would be, no. You grew
REO
up.
Speedwagon.
Okay, so here's what we are talking about today.
Go ahead.
It is episode 4 of the Pohl Position, and the sports world is one that I think always kind of ends summer too quickly. It has a lot to do with it, but it's not just the sports world. It's just the way the calendar works, and it's always depressing to me because who wants summer to end? But anymore, the first sign that summer is over, the very first sign that summer is coming to a quick end
is the end of the summer solstice. June.
No,
20th.
what are you, Brian Davis now? No, listen to me.
Okay,
it's July 5th. July 5th is the start of the end of summer. The days have already been getting shorter for a little while.
Since when?
Since the summer solstice. Thank you.
You're welcome.
So So listen, July 5th comes. The July 4th is that big party. You still have Labor Day, but by the time Labor Day comes around, you're probably week 4 of high school football by then. I mean, school's already been in session 2 or 3 weeks. College football starts. So Labor Day is not a summer holiday anymore. It's just a very hot fall holiday.
Somebody's cleaning the newsroom during this broadcast. Hey, well, Dana, don't worry. We're just taping over here.
Trying to clean up the show is what they're trying to do. So I would say that would be number one. Now, as we record episode 4, you know what number 2 is? Number 2 that is starting to slip away. That would be the release of EA Sports.
Have you played
NCAA football this year, 2026.
Have you played it?
I played last year's version, which you see here on your screen right now.
I played this year's. Got it early.
You
release
did?
On Monday. Jeremiah Smith is
buddy. Who's the Buckeye quarterback? Who did they put as the Buckeye quarterback?
And then it's Lincoln, and then it's Sinclair.
So Tavian is in there.
Yeah, he's number 3.
If it's in the game, it's in the game.
He's number 3, but Jeremiah Smith is just. Yeah,
so let me guess. This is typical Josh. Let me guess. You played Central Michigan on rookie level and won 150 to nothing.
I started with Texas. Tough game.
What level?
Varsity.
All right.
All-American.
That's as high as you go.
No, Heisman.
Oh, that's right. There's a Heisman setting.
I won 38-17. Good look for the Buckeyes. Jeremiah Smith killed it.
Yeah. So you've.
Is
it any different than last year? Or is it $70 to get a few upgrades on the rosters?
No, there's an improvement on you hit up on the D-pad or on the stick, and it reaches the ball out for the first down.
Oh, that's cool. I like that.
You can also sub by hitting R1, and it pulls up your roster, and you can sub real quick, which is cool. And, they show the body parts that are hurting, so if you see a guy, you can sub him out pretty quick.
Nice. But it is a sign of the end of summer, because all of a sudden we're not playing MLB The Show, we're playing NCAA football.
Correct.
Which comes out, I think, over a month before Madden, which makes sense because you don't want people to double up on a football purchase like 2 weeks.
Although they have been pushing Madden and
you can buy them together. I
correct.
saw. Yeah, I've seen that. So,
but it's so weird to come out so early because you don't even know who the quarterback for the Buckeyes is, who the running back is going to be.
It's way too early, but they update the rosters. And I remember the old days, and I mean, back before it went on its hiatus because they weren't paying the players to make money off them, which was sad, and it's all come to roost now. But back in the day, you could make your own rosters, and guys would do it for you online. You just download them onto a card and put it on your Xbox or PlayStation, and you were playing with the exact rosters with their names. Heck, way back in the day, it might have been PlayStation 2.
Well, and you had to pay for them. It was like $9.99.
Yeah,
you put it on a memory stick.
Right, but they were totally illegal.
Oh, yeah.
But anyway.
Yeah, that was the good old days. I had a buddy who is crazy about the game, and he would actually keep handwritten notes and played like 50 seasons and could go back and see who his wide receiver. Yeah, but he wasn't very smart because he was Hawaii and he got on. It was that year you could get on academic punishment. Bowl games, so he had to keep moving because he couldn't keep his dudes uneligible. It's pretty funny. I'm like, you have all this paperwork, but you can't keep your dudes eligible.
All right, the next sign that the summer is ending. We've got a football video game. We have July 5th, which means our last in-summer holiday where kids aren't back in school and the football season hasn't started. It's over, so that's it. I mean, that's it. And I'll tie this into July 5th. If you go to most stores right now, at least some of the ones I've gone to, whether it be Target or Kroger.
You still go to stores?
No, the food just magically appears in my house.
You don't do a pickup?
No, I don't do pick. I love the shop.
You don't do the delivery?
No, Brooke Moore knows this, and I've talked about it. I go down every aisle every time I shop.
Really?
Yeah.
Maybe that's why you stay so skinny.
Yeah.
I'm getting ready to go to Florida, and I actually ordered my groceries to my condo.
You're that millennial or whatever you are. That you people can't be bothered to go to the store.
Well, have you been there when the beach is full?
No, I know what you're saying. I get you.
You want to be in the grocery?
But can I get to the point before
go
we
ahead,
go
ahead.
It's back to school. It's
not in July.
Yeah, I've seen. Go to Kroger. Go to Target. Target's they had their backpacks out. They had the pencils out. They didn't have the full blown display out, but they cleared out all of their summer stuff, and it's already on clearance. And the same with Kroger. All their summer stuff is already like 40% off, and they've got all their back to school stuff coming out right now in July. Now, to be fair, for a lot of schools, they start first week in August, so that's less than a month out.
Right.
So why wait? Why wait and do it? All right, the next sign that summer is coming to an end, the Reds are starting to sink.
Yeah.
They normally stink all year, but on the few times that they give you a little bit of hope, like this year, and it was a tiny bit of hope.
There's still a little bit of hope. We'll see.
They're one game over 500 as we record this. They had just gone through a horrible stretch, lost 4 in a row, 7 out of 10. I think they're 4.5 out of the wild card.
But do you
and
have
they were
a
as
little
close
bit of
as
help with Terry?
I do have hope.
With Terry Francona?
Yes, I have a lot of hope with Francona. You see him on your screen right now, the right of your screen. There's Terry Francona making some kind of pitching change. But no, I have that's Chase Burns, played for the Dragons earlier this year, played for the Reds by July. That's pretty quick. But at any rate, that's a sign that summer's coming to an end because, it used to be, now the Bengals have been much better lately, but it used to be back in the day that, the Reds would kind of get you through the All-Star break and then they'd tank and be awful. Right when the Bengals started, and the Bengals would kind of get you to college basketball season, and then they'd tank, and then you'd follow that in the next spring and the cycle would go.
At least you're not a Rockies fan because there was been no hope for them.
No, but the Reds have the Rockies going into the All-Star break.
Right.
So I think this episode airs afterwards, but I'm going to go ahead and say the Reds finish really strong. I think they sweep the Rockies. It's at home. I think they sweep the Rockies, and there'll be a whole bunch of, the Reds are going to be great in the second half.
So they'll be buyers or sellers?
Well, I mean, Tito's not a young man. Their manager's not young, and they've got, they're not getting Ellie after this. Unless
they could do a Votto deal.
Yeah, they could, but and maybe they would. I mean, they'd be smart if they did. I won't put it out of the question, but you only have the guy for so long, and I would be trying to build around him this year. You do have a chance. I'm still not sold on the Brewers, although they're like 14 games over 500, and the Cardinals are only a couple of games ahead of the Reds. So, and I guess the Cubs are better than I thought they were going to be coming into this season, but I'm not a total baseball junkie beyond the Reds, so I don't know who everyone has. But it never felt like the way the Yankees feel, or the way the Braves sometimes feel,
the Tigers are
or the Tigers. We knew they'd be good. They had the best record in baseball from like June 15th last year, and then they've had it most of the year this year. I think they still have it.
They got that really good pitcher, Tatanka or whatever.
Yeah, so he's good. So anyway, the Reds tanking is another sign that baseball. And boy, talk about the worst time of the year for sports. If if I could live my sports career again, I would argue they'd give me the month of July off. I mean, it is a waste of time. I mean, you've got the All-Star break. You're still a few weeks out from training camp. College football training camp really doesn't start till August.
No.
High school football doesn't start till August. In June, you get your high school football All-Star playoff game. You still get some college baseball at the beginning, and maybe even some high school baseball at the beginning.
NBA.
NBA. Oh yeah, and then you get the NBA finals and things, or NHL if you're into that. So there's at least some meat on the bone. But even in golf, I mean, even the biggest tournament in golf is the Open Championship, or what we used to call the British Open.
Right.
And that thing's over by 11 in the morning. So I watched it today. Oh, we got to go to a break?
No, we don't have to go right.
No, we do. We got to go right this second. So we're going to do it. We're going to go to a break. This is the Pohl Position. We lose all track of time on this show. Don't tell me to turn down the music, Josh. We'll be right back. All right, welcome back to the Pohl Position. I'm your host, Jack Pohl, co-anchor of news now here at WDTN and on WDTN Plus. In fact, is this camera shot? Well, I thought I saw Brooke earlier.
She snuck in behind you.
Yeah, that's what I thought I saw her in there. I was going to give her a shout out, but anyway, we are talking about the sure signs that summer is over, and they always kind of depress you. We talked a little bit about this earlier, so I'm going to go ahead and bring it up now. In July, the Bengals are 2 weeks out from training camp, and once you start seeing training camp stories mid-July or later in July, then you know that summer is coming to a close, because all your thoughts are about the fall. All your thoughts are about that first game.
Well, everybody wants to rush it there to see the NFL.
Right. And I used to be that way. The older I get, the more I want to hang on to summer. You don't want to hang on to those long nights. It's nice to
Sounds
get
like
off.
a song we could write.
It's already been written.
Long summer night.
Okay, new rule for the pole position. We're going to start making rules because you get out of control. There's not going to be any kind of song curation while we are doing the pole position, even with Bobblehead Jack. Bobblehead Jack, what do you say? Should we do songs? No. That looks like a no. It looks like he's dancing. Maybe he does like it.
He's always so happy. Like when I'm depressed in my office, and I just look at him and
you
he
look
makes
at
me
Bobble
smile.
Jack, and
And he makes me smile.
Well,
Do you want to order one of these? Poleposition.com or
no, it's if you want to, then you can. There's the email address, poleposition@wdtn.com.
Also, if you knew somebody who can put a beard on this,
That's what we need. Is a beard on the and I like that. You had that made a few years ago where I had a little less gray hair. So I kind of like the Bobble Jack because
I did not have it made. Adam Reif.
Oh, that's
anchor.
right. Our former weekend anchor and reporter, Adam Reif. Man, that guy loved the news business.
Oh, God.
That guy, I used to joke to him. I said, do you sleep in your suit just in case a news story breaks in the middle of the night? You're ready to go? That's what it always felt like.
Yeah.
I will say this. We talk about the end signs of summer and the Bengals training camp and the NFL training camp and
fantasy football,
all those things that start brewing that get us going. It is fun because fall, as much as I love summer, fall has a feel to it that I don't think any other season does. Just with, the smell of fall, the look of fall, is what I mean. Fires and the cookouts that they smell different in
pumpkin
the fall.
spice.
All of that's a crisp, cool night.
Hoodies.
Yeah, hoodies. Yes, Josh. When I think of fall, I think of hoodies. That's the first thing that comes to my mind. What do you think of fall? Halloween? No, hoodies.
Well, your favorite holiday is
Halloween.
Yeah.
Yeah, fall is probably still my favorite season. I just don't like the sun going down early. And
yeah, that's
the older I get, the more I want to be outside, the more I want to spend time outside. And the fall, the days are shorter and that sort of thing. But, just football back, there's just nothing better. The conversation, baseball, there's 5, 6, 7 games a week. And, if something weird happens, great, that's fine. But generally speaking, what does it really matter?
Yeah.
So that's how it feels. But, the summer is still here. The weather still says it's hot and all those.
Sometimes I go outside and I feel like this background.
the background that we're on right with the flames.
Like I'm already sweating from it.
No, I think you started sweating when the show began. So
maybe I'm still nervous breaking into this. Me and Jack.
You don't seem nervous.
Well, we've worked together 25 years.
Yeah, this is pretty much what we do all the time. Now they just say, well, why don't you do a show and we'll put it on WDTN.
Yeah,
Plus.
We'll show some old clips of Jack's Christmas decorations.
Can we do that? Yeah, we'll have to. We'll wait till we get to the holidays where the Grinch.
Hid in the backseat of your car when you drove home.
Yeah, Josh did a lot of. We'll have to do a whole episode on the things that Josh has done.
But remember the time you got me back? You jumped out of the closet walking down the hall.
Oh, that's true. Yeah, that made up for you hiding my phone on a computer. My phone's ringing, and I can't find it. And I'm like, all of a sudden, I put my ear next to the computer, and you had unscrewed the computer and put my phone inside the computer.
How about when we put the chicken? That was earlier this year.
Wait, wasn't that earlier?
It was a rooster.
Were you the one to put all the fake meat around my office?
Yeah, we got it from the old show, The Butcher. Down in the
Butcher,
basement.
and there was like steaks and plastic steaks and T-bones and ribeyes and hamburgers
for
days. How many props did they use on that show? Do people even use food when they do Living Dayton food segments? They use plastic hamburgers and plastic salads.
That was so funny. Remember the one was covering your phone you picked up, and there was.
I think that was a chicken leg that was on my phone. All right, we're going to start wrapping this up with the final sign that I believe is the end of summer, and that, of course, is high school football 2-a-days. This goes along the same line as the Bengals, but the Bengals or Browns or NFL training camp in general, but. High school football is like, okay, this is real now. These are high school kids getting ready to go to school. It's pretty quick. 2-a-days it seemed like they were a month long. When I first started, they were. High school, most schools started late August, like between the 23rd or even later to the 28th or something like that. Now, just about everybody starts by the middle of August, and a lot of them by 8th or 9th of August, something like that. And it's crazy. And then the football season starts like the third Friday.
It's the high school weekend, and then the college weekend, then the NFL weekend. So
yeah. Well, no, I think the high school is actually 2 weeks out this year.
Well, you have that week 0 in college.
Yeah, but is that Labor Day?
No, it's the weekend before.
Okay,
I believe.
So if there's a weekend before Labor Day, then you're right, because then you would go high school
week
0, Labor Day week. I think you might be right.
Because Ohio State, Texas play Labor Day weekend, I believe.
They do. They do a high noon game.
Ugh.
So
not a fan of noon games.
But what do others do when a noon game happens and they tailgate? They have
keg and eggs.
Keg and eggs.
Keg and eggs. 6 a.m. But then your whole day's taken. Like if it's a 3:30 or night game, you can get up, mow the grass.
Well, you can look at the other way. You still have your night. And
but
somebody told me, I'm not going to tell you.
If you're doing kegs and eggs, you're not going to.
Right, you're going to come home and crash, and you're right. You do lose a little. I think 3:30 is a sweet spot.
Yeah, I think that's fine.
Because then you can have a lunch type of tailgate.
Correct.
And then the game ends at like 7.
And then you go home and watch football.
Yeah,
then
you go watch, or you can party a little bit afterwards. And by the time you get home, it's 11 or 12 anyway, and it's a full day. So 3:30 games they're horrible to cover. When I was in sports,
remember when we used to have to run?
Oh, it was just as a TV guy, which I've seen 99% of every Ohio State game. In fact, I don't know if I've seen. I think 2 Ohio State games in my life as a fan, and the rest have been
one
working.
Was last year or the year before?
One was it was a few years ago. It was against Wisconsin, and it was a monsoon.
Oh.
And I had the seat though over the canopy thing, so I didn't get wet. So it was nice. And then the other one was like literally back in the early 90s, because the AstroTurf was still like putting green turf that you buy at Walmart.
Oh God.
I
don't know how those guys played on that.
Yeah.
It was concrete.
It was awful. Welcome Stadium was that way for years.
Yeah, just got updated.
And so it was not good. But anyway, that's it though. So really, we got July 5th. Once July 5th comes, summer takes a different turn. Most people have already had their summer vacations or getting ready to go. You and I are going next week, not together.
Well,
not together.
You may say
not together.
I'm taking you to the
airport. In fact, I'm going as far from you as possible. You're going to Florida?
Washington.
You're not going to Washington. You already just said earlier in your condo.
Yes, I'm going to Florida.
And I'm going to Washington State. So we are going to be as far away from each other as humanly possible. That might be the greatest vacation I've ever had in my life.
You could be in Africa and I could be in Alaska. That'd be far.
No, you could be at the North Pole. I could be at the South Pole. That would be it. That would be the one. We'd both be cold.
Ooh, but a good idea. We were talking last night. We're going to try to go to the Ohio State-Washington game. Maybe I'll see if you want to come.
Yeah, well, I'd like to go.
Yeah, that stadium is supposed to be pretty cool.
Yeah, I've been by it. I've been by it in a boat. We rented a boat, and you can tailgate and like be outside the game. You watch it on TV, but you can hear the fans. I mean, the water goes right up to the stadium.
Awesome.
It is.
And then my buddies want to fly, and that Monday night, Bengals Denver. So they want to go to Washington, Ohio State,
and then follow it, and then fly over to
Denver, and then go to the.
Man, that would be a.
I may have to sell a kidney.
Yeah, I was going to say, man, you're making the big bucks. You can do that. So.
I need the Anchorman money.
Yeah, well, yes. Let me. I gotta. I will say that for another conversation, Mr. Awkward. All right. I hate to say it, but episode 4, which is always the best episode.
Make sure you FaceTime me on vacation.
Yeah, I'll put that as a high priority. No problem, Josh. Thanks for tuning in to the Pohl Position. What's your sure sign that summer is coming to an end? Or what else is on your mind? Send us your thoughts to pollposition@WDTN.com. I look forward to reading your email. Have a great and safe rest of your dying summer.